right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for the re-emergence of the Wi-Fi Alliance in the form of Consuelo Ortiz. She is Senior Manager of Product Marketing at the Wi-Fi Alliance, and she's going to talk to us about network optimization with Wi-Fi Vantage. Consuelo, welcome, and great to see you.
Thank you. Very happy to hear. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here today.
Fantastic. And you're coming through loud and clear, and your video is perfect. So
okay.
No issues on that. And you're going to talk to us about the latest developments, right, for Wi-Fi Vantage, which is a program that has existed for a while now, right?
Yes. It's existed for quite a while, a couple of years now. Mm-hmm. And anyway, so I am here.
You want to share a presentation?
Oh, of course. I thought I was sharing, but
no, Jen. Yeah. By the way, where are you? Are you in Austin today?
Yes. I'm at home, and my home is in Bastrop, Texas, which is very close to.
What's the town called?
Bastrop.
Okay. No sharing yet.
Okay. Am I sharing now?
There's a little green share screen button down there somewhere.
I'm okay. Am I sharing?
That is, yeah, you're getting it. That's it. You're good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so again, a pleasure being here. I'm going to, and this is day 6, and I'm very happy to kind of close the optimization side of presentations. But I want to thank you, Klaus, and your extended team for the great job you guys do putting together these conferences. This is great.
Thank you.
And you have been always a very good promoter of Wi-Fi, so kudos. For everybody else, my name is Consuelo Ortiz. I support the development of certification programs to improve performance and quality management of Wi-Fi networks. Today, I want to tell you a little bit about Wi-Fi Alliance and point out what we're doing with Vantage to keep pace of our growth. Are the slides advancing? Okay, they are. Okay, good. So Wi-Fi Alliance, and you probably have heard this before, is the global network of companies that bring you Wi-Fi. We drive global Wi-Fi adoption and evolution through thought leadership, industry-wide collaboration, which is sometimes called petition, and spectrum advocacy. When we started, our initial goal was interoperability of Wi-Fi devices and vendors. But as new generations of Wi-Fi came available, interoperability and backward compatibility became key to driving growth. Our work includes the development of requirements, technologies, and test plans that help ensure Wi-Fi provides users the interoperability, security, reliability that they have come to expect. And today we're going to focus on Wi-Fi Alliance responses to the growing demand for Wi-Fi with new technologies and programs that optimize, enhance roaming, and further improve the user experience. So Wi-Fi Alliance. So Wi-Fi Alliance vision is connecting everyone and everything everywhere. And borrowing from what Dan Rabinovich stated during the day 2 or first day, I can't remember, of the conference, connectivity is in the heart of bringing the world together. And Wi-Fi is the atomic building block of connectivity. I thought that those were great phrases. So we always knew that Wi-Fi was valuable. Wi-Fi continues to open room for innovative business models by connecting people. But now we're seeing a more esoteric value beyond economics. So for example, unprecedented number of and variety of Wi-Fi connected device types, new applications with high throughput and low latency needs, multi-dwelling units that bring their own problems, different monetization schemes. So Wi-Fi has had and is having tremendous success, but nevertheless, with the growing demand, we also face challenges. But challenges, as somebody mentioned before, also open doors to new technologies and new business opportunities. So most of Wi-Fi users are always connected, and demand that continuous connectivity remains at home, at work, in hotels, stadiums, airport, pretty much everywhere. And the fast pace of the technology development environment that we live in as high-tech guys and girls there are always new technologies that emerge and that would help us improve Wi-Fi and continue to make it the experience more awesome. That again, just scroll down. So the Wi-Fi market, I mean, we all know it continues to enjoy tremendous growth. The industry expects 328 global public hotspots in 23, 29 billion of devices. I mean, it's a lot. Hold on, I need to, my thing is not advancing. Why not?
Slide's not going anywhere? No, there it is. There you go.
There it is. I think it's my crazy mouse.
Okay.
So more than half of the internet traffic crosses Wi-Fi, and we have new user applications and monetization opportunities that continue to appear. For example, the global gaming market is expected to reach 166 billion this year. Of course, the major factors in growth are smartphones penetration, technology advancements, cloud-based gaming, augmented reality, but we know that Wi-Fi also plays a significant role in that. Home networks, they were on the path of becoming closer to enterprise. And this year, when most of us had to work from home, this trend was accelerated tremendously. I was reading, and a Harvard study found that more than a third of the companies that had employees switch to remote working believe that this will remain more common even after coronavirus crisis, the crisis ends. So the study suggests that at least 60% of that workforce will remain working from home for a long time. So COVID has brought tremendous changes that we could not have anticipated, the scale of and speed at which they have occurred. And these changes have an impact on the wireless LAN manager. And to keep pace with this demand, several things need to happen. So we need security in all network types. A spectrum is a scarce resource that we need to manage more effectively, and we need to balance AP loads. Now, bring your own devices policies have added benefits for organizations, but they also have brought challenges to network administrators. I mean, supporting mixed variety of clients is not easy. I mean, you have new generation, old generation, each client makes decisions differently. It also requires seamless onboarding. And this client mix brings challenges in managing the network loads, the ability to influence client roaming decisions. So we need to enable Wi-Fi enterprise quality everywhere. The new normal means that we aren't necessarily in offices. We are working from a variety of places where we want coverage and quality at every corner with a consistent experience. But we also need to expand on Wi-Fi mobility, and we heard that today. I think that 7 Signals, which I heard for a little while, stated that. But in addition to all of that, with increased demand, more spectrum access is necessary, and therefore we need 6 gigahertz access. This is happening, and last week regulators from Mexico, Peru, and Colombia, where I come from, also announced during the Inter-American Development Bank meeting that they are exploring next steps to making 6 gigahertz available for 6G. So that's great news. But coming back to improving Wi-Fi mobility, I mean, that really further enhances Wi-Fi ability in delivering on 5G goals right now, as well as ensuring a good experience when your network customer or users find, join, or move across Wi-Fi networks. A significant growth of the Wi-Fi network deployments is in managed Wi-Fi networks. And in our world, managed Wi-Fi networks represent a broad range of deployments where an entity is responsible for managing the network. This includes enterprise, of course, guest networks, residential gateways, and much more. So to help address these use cases, Wi-Fi Alliance industry experts with a pragmatic understanding of both operator and IT managers' needs created Wi-Fi Certified Vantage as a program designed to help operators and consumers identify those devices that included added capabilities that would elevate their experience in Wi-Fi networks. So Wi-Fi Vantage devices offer features that provide secure, like touch access to networks, as well as mechanisms for efficient use of spectrum and network resources like AP load balancing. All of these even in densely populated and dynamic environments. With Wi-Fi Vantage, it is easy to discover and join networks. You have secure authentication, and wireless LAN managers are able to provision devices with or without a SIM card. You, as a user, enjoy consistent connectivity, which in turn enables service delivery with a reliable QoS, and also undisrupted connections while roaming both within a Wi-Fi network or Wi-Fi networks, or in and out of and between Wi-Fi and cellular. Coverage with good signal strength across the entire network is also something very desirable. So Wi-Fi Vantage was released, and I was trying to remember when it was released. I mean, we're right now going into release 3. It was released as a way to identify products that comply with additional standards that provide better connectivity experience, and therefore can enable new service opportunities and revenue models for operators or wireless LAN managers. Wi-Fi Vantage leverages technologies and features from a variety of Wi-Fi certified programs, as you can see in the picture, and the whole goal was to make easier to specify and identify equipment that provided the necessary capabilities for enterprise and managed Wi-Fi networks. So today, yes, we're in the 3rd release, and Wi-Fi Vantage Release 3 was announced about a week ago. I think maybe it was the first day of your conference. And it added support for Wi-Fi 6, Passpoint, Wi-Fi 6 and WPA3 and Enhanced Open. So it expands the offerings to devices that are both implementing Wi-Fi 6 or those that implement Wi-Fi 5. The Vantage certification is received by devices that have met all the requirements, meaning that they have passed the certifications for all the Vantage components shown on the screen. And the program starts with Wi-Fi 6 and added both capacity and coverage. So, I mean, I'm sure that you're very familiar with Wi-Fi 6. The Wi-Fi Certified 6 program validates that devices based on Wi-Fi 6 or 802.11ax technology meet industry-agreed standards that deliver benefits such as high data rates, greater network capacity, better power efficiency, quality of performance in both remote and congested environments. So the key features that enable all of this to happen with Wi-Fi 6 include OFDMA, multi-user MIMO, 160 megahertz channels, target wake-up time, 1024 quadrature amplitude modulation, transmit beamforming, and the list goes on. But in addition to all of this, I mentioned before, we need security in all types of networks. So we have added Wi-Fi certified WPA3, and that is the latest generation of the Wi-Fi protected access family of technologies. WPA3 delivers security protocols for both personal and enterprise networks with more robust authentication and increased cryptographic strength. So, for example, WPA Personal delivers a robust password-based authentication and prevents offline dictionary attacks without changing the way users connect to Wi-Fi. WPA3 Enterprise, on the other hand, offers 192-bit security while still using the 802.11ax standard to provide a secure wireless network for enterprise. And Wi-Fi certified Enhanced Open preserves the convenience that open networks offer while reducing some of the risk associated with accessing an unsecure network. It provides data encryption and benefits network providers because the network providers are not having to maintain, share, and manage passphrases and secure networks, keys. So when we talk about security, I always have to mention Passpoint. So Passpoint is a protocol that enables mobile devices to discover and securely authenticate to Wi-Fi networks. I mean, you probably are very familiar with Passpoint. It's been around for a while. It's been adopted by most operating systems. And Wi-Fi certified Passpoint streamlines Wi-Fi access and eliminates the need for users to find and authenticate a network each time they visit it. It automates the entire process, making your life easier. It enables more seamless connectivity between Wi-Fi networks and mobile devices, all while delivering enterprise-level type security. So with Passpoint provisioning, which is something that IT managers and operators need, supports onboarding of new devices with or without a SIM card by establishing credentials, information, and providing policy information to the mobile device. So Passpoint is also the foundation technology for data offload, a common use case, federated roaming, like examples we have Open Roaming and AirPass, guest networks, and 5G use cases. So this program leverages 802.11ax and 802.11u. But we also need enhancements to Wi-Fi roaming, and this was mentioned a couple of times throughout the different presentations. And I think 7Signals was the last one to mention that. So for that, Vantage has added two very important programs. One is Wi-Fi Agile Multiband, and the other one, Optimized Connectivity. So starting with Wi-Fi Agile Multiband, and when we're talking about the alphabet soup, it's all about KVR. So it helps clients move more quickly to determine which IP should roam to they should roam to next and how. It was designed to create a more seamless roaming experience for wireless clients, and it is particularly useful for voice over IP and other rich media real-time applications where long roaming times can result in a very noticeable impact on performance. So when a client decides to roam to a new IP, it needs to establish an association authentication relationship with that new IP, and that takes time. The decision of when and where to roam is made by the client itself. They all have sophisticated methods and algorithms to determine which IP to join next based on different inputs that they may have received and captured. But the client's algorithms can leverage and need to leverage information about the network because in making that decision, who is the loudest AP is not necessarily enough. So the inclusion of standards like 802.11k, V, and R in Agile Multiband enables clients and APs to exchange information about the network. And they are key to influencing the client's roaming behavior to help minimize transition times and balance network traffic. They help devices to get a sense of the Wi-Fi neighborhood, if we could call it that way, and provides tools to manage transitions. I keep saying influence the client because, as I stated before, the decision on when and how to roam is made by the client itself. So Agile Multiband includes dynamic monitoring. This is your 802.11k, intelligent steering, which is your 802.11v, and fast transitions, which is your 802.11r. That's part of the alphabet soup. So the next one, and Klaus, I recall that I think that we were co-located in an event in Shanghai when we first announced, or were about to announce this program. So Wi-Fi optimized connectivity, enhanced network connectivity when roaming. Wi-Fi optimized connectivity is all about mobility enhancement to ensure that we remain always best connected and with the best connectivity experience as we move within and between networks. It expands on Agile Multiband features by helping clients prioritize which channels to scan for in order to rapidly do AP discovery. It further influences client roaming behavior with new quality metrics for AP selection. It enables efficient transmissions as devices spend less time on management overhead and more time moving user data. This is the typical Tokyo Central Association storm use case, which is kind of depicted in the picture, where many devices are trying to associate simultaneously to a poor AP as people comes out of the train. And this creates a lot of management traffic that it reduced immensely with Wi-Fi optimized connectivity. Wi-Fi offers high-speed data rates, but as I mentioned before, the initial link setup may take, well, more than a few seconds. And this is often enough time to cause unwanted interruption on voice calls or video calls. And optimized connectivity using field authentication expedites the initial network connection and authentication, as well as the network switch. So in combination to the fast transition that we have on Agile Multiband and field authentication, these both are powerful technologies that would really improve the roaming across the same network, in between Wi-Fi network, or in between Wi-Fi and cellular. So the feature for enhanced network discovery and advanced roaming have been demonstrated. And I don't know if you guys heard of the trials that were done at one point by NTT Docomo and more later by Cable Labs. And in that one, the last one with Cable Labs, I think was last year, it demonstrated improved performance, decreasing setup times by 76%, and reducing management frames and beacon congestion on an average of 70% compared to Wi-Fi devices that did not have the Wi-Fi optimized connectivity certification. So again, this is a powerful standard. It leverages and builds on Wi-Fi Agile Multiband that includes K, V, and R. Optimized connectivity adds 802.11ai and supports 802.11x. And the more important part is that the discovery features in optimized connectivity are consistent with the ones that defined for 6 gigahertz. So next. So in summary, and I know I speak very fast, so apologies for that. I should have slowed down my pace. Wi-Fi certified Vantage products address key Wi-Fi network needs. They improve mobility with fast AP and network discovery, leveraging Passpoint and field discovery, which is in optimized connectivity. It helps clients make timely roaming decisions on not just when, but where to roam. With network-assisted steering, link quality metrics exchanges, both in Agile Multiband and optimized connectivity. We have fast link setup and rapid authentication with Agile Multiband and field authentication. We have manageability with better understanding of the network because of all the information that exchange about the Wi-Fi neighborhood. And increased performance with more network efficient, lower latency, the ability to handle a larger number of concurrent devices with Wi-Fi 6, security with the latest generation of Wi-Fi protected access with WPA3 and enhanced open. So all of these enhancements are, and I repeat again, because Wi-Fi Vantage bundles several relevant Wi-Fi certified programs that are focused on delivering secure, light touch, Wi-Fi network access, high quality user experience as user moves through and also in and out of networks. The Wi-Fi Vantage designation makes it easy for operators and consumers to identify those Wi-Fi devices that deliver the best performance in dynamic and even densely populated Wi-Fi environments. So selecting Wi-Fi Vantage equipment enables the Wi-Fi operator to streamline product evaluation and procurement. And Vantage, I mean, it will continue to evolve with new technologies that extend the benefits of Wi-Fi Vantage in managed networks. And in this technology space, I mean, things change very quickly. So I'm sure that we will continue to see new developments in the Vantage evolution. So in the presentation, I've included links to additional resources that you may want to peruse at your own leisure, and they are seen here. And with this, I conclude my presentation, and I want to thank you again for the opportunity to share the advances in Wi-Fi Vantage with all of you.
Muchas gracias, Consuelo. Tú eres colombiana, ¿no?
Sí, yo soy de Colombia, de Bogotá.
Entonces, próxima vez vamos a hacer todo el evento en castellano contigo y para los amigos, nuestros amigos en América Latina también, ¿no?
Perfecto. Y España.
España también, claro, claro, claro. Perfecto, muy bien.
Bueno, muchas gracias.
Nada, muchas gracias a ti. Entonces, okay, back to English. I love speaking Spanish. We must do some more Spanish work together, I think. So, really good. Great presentation. I like the Vantage program a lot. I've followed this, of course, I think more or less from the beginning. And it's obviously always evolving. And I think the work that you do is great. So the question is really, and maybe this has always been the question. Maybe actually, can I just get you to unshare the presentation?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out. I think my screens have changed.
There's a green button at the bottom.
Okay. Can you take me out of the island? Let me see.
I'm not sure I can do it from here. Wait a second.
Okay, maybe say
Stop sharing. Okay, hang on a second. I got you.
Okay.
I did it. Okay, no problem. So I'm still learning. I'm also still learning this. Anyway, so the question is, how do you get everyone to adopt this, or as many companies and many devices as possible to adopt it? I mean, we're doing our part here, and you especially, of course, in evangelizing this, because I think these features are incredibly important, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
So, well, presenting here is one of the things that we're doing. We have, along with this Vantage release, a series of assets that we have not released before. So there's a new white paper, highlights, a new video, and we're really promoting that to the operator community as well, to enterprise IT managers.
Right. Is it generally? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, is it generally true that on the network side, it's possibly slightly more common to do Wi-Fi Vantage certification as opposed to on the handset or the device side, slightly less common, or is it not possible to think of it like that?
So I would say that Vantage Release 1 is equally adopted between APs and mobile vendors. Vantage Release 2, which added Agile Multiband and optimized connectivity, is seen as slow ramp adoption, but that's typical because those technologies require that most of the devices in the network, like Passpoint, have the technology in order to really take advantage of that. I think that's true more for optimized connectivity than it is for Agile Multiband. Agile Multiband, you can benefit immediately. So the adoption of Agile Multiband is growing at a very steady pace. We have, I don't know, over 1,000, 1,300, 1,400 certified devices, which is great. APs and handsets. Optimized connectivity was released later. It's a bit more challenging technology. It requires more support from the platform vendors, and it is growing, not at the speed that we would like to see, but that is coming along. But the good thing is that, or the bad thing is that, with all the changes that we've seen because of the work from home, a lot of IT, not IT managers, are probably looking forward to having a better home network, and we will start seeing these deployments in the network. I mentioned before that we wanted the home networks, we saw that the home networks were moving towards enterprise, but now that move is accelerated immensely because all the people that is working from home now and will remain working from home in the long run.
Yeah. Very, very good. Muchas gracias. Muy buena presentación. Nos vemos. Thank you so much for coming on. It's great to see you.
Thank you.
And thank you for staying and for your patience for being the last, but very, very good presentation. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Take care.